Logan, there is places for you to ask questions, my man. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Yeah, I was. Can I hear you guys? Okay. I guess I can't hear you, but you guys can hear me. What is up, underdogs? Yeah, I was crying earlier today. I was crying before this call. It's good to see you guys. These people. I'm in San Diego today. It's like they're doing paddleboard yoga. What's up, Katsumara? I know this is kind of crazy out here, these people. So it's paddleboard yoga. Tears of joy? No, I was just feeling sad for myself. That's how I was feeling. How are you guys feeling? Let's have some good news. Oh, it's okay to feel. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I think one thing, and we'll talk about this week, we have office hours, we can do agenda, we're going to talk marketing, we're going to talk business. I think sometimes I think we forget that, like, everyone's going through something. Hi, Erica Bates. What's up, Tim Robinson? Ireland. I don't know. It's just feeling lonely. But I think that's part of we're supposed to feel. So I was in a coaching session. Yeah. It was. We had. I love you guys too. Yeah, I know we're all everyone's going through some shit. Everyone's going through. That's the thing. Like, oh, I feel so different. And then I'm like, oh, everyone's going through some stuff. There was an interesting exercise, and we'll go through the office hours agendas. I'll tell you guys about the exercise that he did that I don't know, kind of got me emotional and sad. Before that, for the people who are new here, how many people are new here? Put the number 1 in the comments. Yeah, I am human, not a robot yet. Robot would be pretty interesting. Angel wants to feel more lonely. How many people are new? Holy shit, there's a lot of new people today. And if you're a returning person, can I get some yeehaws? Oh, Trust Visuals is here. That's cool. Wow, a lot of new people. Man, it's good to see the new. It's also good to see some of the familiar names. So RJ, Jason Blake, the underdogs. Chris A., I'm glad I'm inspiring you. Do I still exercise with a shirt? Yes. I was going to go exercise outside after this call. Just go run on the beach or jump in the water. I did get the Strava hat. Yeehaws. Holy fuck, there's a lot of. Gabriel Chon, good to see you, man. William McConnell, Alan Jones, second timers. Yes, and more. It is weird I can't hear your voices. Yeehaw, what up, Kimberly? I do have some cool things to talk about business-wise and life-wise today. I do love these office hours. I literally look forward to seeing you guys and talking with you. I don't like talking at you. I look forward to this all week. So it's good to see every one of you. And we'll do, we'll have some good stuff to talk about today. I think where I was feeling sad earlier, and we're all going through different emotions, whether it's in our relationships, whether it's in our business, whether it's our startups, whatever the fuck it is. And one of the things that was interesting is that, like, I was feeling sad. My Leo, who's my coach, was like, "You're feeling sad on the couch? All right, why don't you have someone come home, someone come in? This is a new place. I just got here last night." He's like, when you come in, go sit with them, and I don't know, what do you want to tell them? And I thought it was kind of an interesting activity, interesting kind of like mental exercise. Talk through my shit. Yes, this is my therapy. No, I'm not trying to diarrhea on you guys. I'm trying to share what's really going on with me. And I want you guys to share what's going on with you. And in the words of Jeff Ross, life is tough, but we'll get through it together. And it was nice. So I was imagining myself sitting on the couch there. I'll just show it to you. I just got in, so it's messy. Judge a little bit, but not too much judging. But I was on the couch, and he's like, just imagine you're sitting with yourself on the couch, and what do you tell that person? And so I put my arm around Noah. Hey, Noah. And I was like, oh, hey, it's going to be okay. So I don't know, maybe for each of you guys out there, like most of the time I would say I'm here for you to tell you it's going to be okay in your business and the things that you're trying to accomplish. And some days it's not, and that's okay too. But yeah, it was just nice to like kind of hug myself, woo-woo-ish, and be like, yo, it's going to be okay. It's tough for everyone out there, man. Yeah, some of the self-talk, I don't know if it's mindset shit or what it is, but everyone is going through some different fucking challenges. And so it is good to see every one of you guys showing up today. It is always good. Yeah, and there's always another day. I mean, the day just got started, so I'm trying to enjoy this one. All right, but it is good to see every single one of you sexy bastards. Just give yourself a hug, honestly. Give yourself that hug, and maybe go for the walk if you're not feeling it today. I know I'm looking forward to this. I really literally all week was looking forward. I got some great stuff to talk to you guys about. But sometimes we're not feeling it. It's okay to give yourself a hug and go for a walk. All right, let's get on to a few more things. You guys tell me some good shit that happened this week. I'd like to know Jackson 5. I might put on some Jackson 5. That is a damn good idea, Mr. Morgan. So, hey, Erica Bates from South Carolina. So we always started off with the wins of the week. So would have been, I love you guys too. Oh shit, it's, what's his name? It's Matt who does this. But yes, what is the wins of the week? All right, I'm going to post them up on the screen. I love seeing them from you guys. Dude, hell yes. I'm very happy for you, man. It's the beginning of the journey. People are like, oh, I don't know where. It's like, dude, you just start. And you get 100, and they get 1,000. I actually heard an amazing, I'll tell you guys, as you guys post your wins of the week, I'll tell you an amazing business strategy that I heard yesterday in terms of starting like a course. I was talking to Tiago Forte. You guys should all check out Tiago Forte. The guy was really interesting about knowledge management, but he asked him, we were talking about how to start businesses, and I was interviewing him for the show. And one of the things he said that I thought was really interesting was, if you want to start a course, so you want to be a teacher, he's like, you just go to 3 people that are your friends and be like, hey, what would you pay for me to teach you? So stick with me. What would you pay for me to teach you? And the second question then he asks is like, all right, would you pay me $100 right now to teach you that? And the third question is, how would you like to receive that teaching? And I can repeat it, but I thought that was actually like a really beautiful system for a lot of you guys are out there starting businesses, or maybe you're trying to grow. But for the ones starting, I thought it was a really interesting approach to ask people what they think you should teach them, see if they'll actually pay for you to teach them, and ask them how they would like to receive that dish from you. And it's like a really simple process to getting something going. All right, let's see more wins of the week. Oh, this is cheer me up. You guys cheer me up. Made 100 pounds. Is it quid, by the way? For my products. Used to take me like a month delivering pizzas to make that much. Dude, great for you, man. Wow. I know there's, it all starts somewhere. So great on you, Matthew. Dude, Katarina Alves, aka the Cat, got hired for my first job that I plan to complement with my own side hustle. Bro, and we're going to talk strategy. If you guys have business and marketing questions, I got you on that. Aspire TV, validating my first product organically. By the way, if you've done something that you have a win of the week, it's also helpful if you can share maybe how you did it so that I can copy it and everyone else can copy it and learn from you. So any kind of wins that you're like, hey, here's how I did it, that's even better that we can teach each other. Because honestly, I don't have all the answers. I got my experiences, my recipes, but a lot of us have these different answers. Dude, got 2 sales. I didn't spend a dime on it and repeat the process over it. Yes. Amazing. Oh, Javier Mercedes is here. Guys, this is one of the people who really taught me how to do better video. So if you've liked our videos and you want to learn how to make your own videos at home, check out Javier Mercedes. I threw them up on the screen. This is actually, I don't know about you, I've tried a lot of coffee in my life. This is the best, literally the best value coffee. And I know Starbucks, whatever. But it's their cold brew coffee. I generally get the medium roast. And one of my favorite things to do with it is I heat it up. So I take the cold brew and heat it up. Let me show you one other thing I just got in the mail while you guys are doing wins of the week. This is a win of the week. These guys, let me see if I can get a knife. These guys sent me free chocolate. I couldn't believe it. Sent me free chocolate. This is what my one. Honey, I want to show them to you so you guys can go support them. It has to be refrigerated, but honestly, this is some of the best chocolate I think I've literally ever had. And they saw that I posted about it, so they sent me. Oh shit! They sent me a T-shirt. That's cool. I guess being a social media influence. Yes, you guys do exactly what I say every time. So I just want to show you. Their chocolate is so fire. Honestly, it's literally the best chocolate. Some of the best chocolate I've ever had. Oh, Javier, you're editing this video? Guys, Javier and I did a video together where we took the shittiest camera up to his like $10,000 camera. The video is going to be phenomenal. But their chocolate, by the way, it's kind of fudgy. I'm just going to open it up. Look, I'm going to treat myself. You know, I was a little emotional. I'm not an emotional eater. Any emotional eaters out there? I hope you guys are feeling influenced. You want to eat chocolate. The chocolate, yes, the chocolate tastes good. Do you want to eat it? Yes, I guess I influence you guys. You guys do everything I tell you to do. But hey, by the way, I actually had another business idea. If someone wants to do this business idea, I think you can make some money doing it. I think it'd be fucking cool as hell to do. So I've been making YouTube videos. That's where a lot of you guys find me out at or check me out. So I've been asking people, I think there's a really interesting business idea to clothe YouTubers. Do I like fish sticks? Do you like fish sticks? Do you like fish sticks? So hopefully you guys are eating chocolate now because I just influenced you. Dude, as you're watching this, all right, so this chocolate bar, let me just show you because it looks so fucking wild. But anyways, here's the business opportunity. I think someone can go do this. I think it'd be really interesting. Go to clothing companies, preferably smaller ones or newer ones, and then get them to pay you, and you take the clothes and give it to some YouTuber, aka me. And then I'll show you this email. I don't know if I'll show it to you because it's not that exciting email, but I got an email that was like, we'll pay you $200 to wear our clothes. And I was like, why don't you just give me the clothes and I'll wear them for free? That's not good business. But you guys see what I'm saying? So I think there's a business out there. If you're on YouTube or you want to go connect with YouTubers, connect them with the clothing brands because they're probably going to wear, it's not OnlyFans, so they're probably going to wear clothes in the videos. Most of us people do. Doesn't mean we have to. But I think that would kind of be a neat business idea if someone wants to go do that. And if you find any clothes and get paid to do it, let me know. All right, since you guys are so influenced. Oh, now you want to eat chocolate too? What's up, Eric Sever? Do I leave this video on our YouTube page? No. So we do actually hide all these videos afterwards because it actually hurts subscriber counts. Plus, it's more exclusive that if you guys show up, you get all the juice and we talk about all the stuff. So I want to talk more about the questions you guys have. But anyway, so wins of the week. Any other wins of the week I want to see from you guys? I want to put them up there. I apologize. Oh, that's fucking good. All right, so Trust Visuals got more subscribers on YouTube by sticking to posting weekly. Awesome. Do the law of 100. Sharing on face groups, LinkedIn, and Reddit. Dude, amazing, man. Cam Fulton, what's up, underdog? Promoted a team member to director of operation, and she started building on SOPs. That's standard operating procedure with the team. Man, it is really good to see you guys. Even though I guess I don't know if I met any of you in person. Yeah, I think I was feeling sad because I was like, I care a lot about you guys. And I was like, what about the people in my real life? I care about them too. I think that's just some weird X stuff that I'm thinking about. Jason Blake. This week I took some time to invest in myself. Sound healing. How many of you guys came to the sound healing with Carol from ZeroGravityInstitute.com? You did acupuncture and date night with your fiance. Dude, you had a killer week. Niels, you're finally joining live. Welcome to the party. Good. Hell yeah. Oh, Rico Glover's here. Oh my God, I love seeing you guys every week. Worked on my YouTube channel and it's starting to rank for my keyword. What's your keyword, man? Let us know. Maybe we can go check it out. So I will do Q&A. I have a few questions and thoughts, and then we're going to go into the Q&A section. I actually extended my next meeting that I kept missing, I kept going late to because I wanted to hang out with you guys. I pushed back. Any other wins this week that you guys want me to highlight? This was awesome, though. It looked like, oh, man. Ubi King, dude. $35 in high school. Hell yes. Shalom. Dude, you guys had some awesome weeks. Angel Lopez secured a $25,000 landscape contract. I mean, that's pretty sexy. I hung out with this guy last night. He's on HGTV. Has 2 Ferraris. This was actually crazy. Check this out. He works out of a Sprinter van. And he does landscaping, dude. Yeah, check this out. So he has a van that he decked out with TVs and internet and iPads everywhere. And he has a full-time driver. I was like, that's fucking interesting. I'll post his link. But like the guy was, I mean, it was very interesting. Like he does landscaping. That's how he's making all of his money. But I think for some of us, we're like, oh, I don't, I mean, it's kind of sexy. I like businesses that make a lot of money that are boring. Like these ones that aren't like, oh, look, internet entrepreneur, I can work from anywhere. It's like, I like people who are like, yeah, I got money and fucking the discs that go in the toilets, the pee discs. I always find that business really exciting. I think the businesses that are like not people are talking about, it's not like making videos about. The people who are rich are shutting the fuck up, doing the boring shit, and happy about it. So I love the non-sexy stuff. What is up, Akua? So this is the guy. It's JE Pro Scapes on Instagram. But this guy's driving 2 Ferraris, and they're I think they're leased, which it's it's LA or San Diego. But dude, 2 Ferrari Sprinter van. The guy was homeless. And I think what's also interesting, Angel, and this is an important point for everyone out there, especially business, how do you compete with losers? That's where you want to be. Fuck, I'm waking up now. And plus, there's like a lot of really good-looking women doing yoga on paddle boards in the water outside. It's very strange, but also entertaining at the same time. But what I mean is competing with losers. You got to compete with the losers. So what I mean by that, Angel, is you're not the loser, dude. You're on team fucking underdog. You're winning. Most of the time, we're doing our best. But what's interesting is when he's competing on like handyman projects and contracting projects and landscaping projects, everyone else is so fucking shitty that it's so easy for him to win. All he has to do is answer the phone. All he has to do is run some ads. All he has to do is have a landing page, which none of these other contracting companies even do. That's how he has a Ferrari too. That's how he works out of a Sprinter van. That's how he's built a successful Airbnb. And so I think there's something appealing about how do you find more boring or loser industries. So one of the other examples I thought was really fascinating is Kettle and Fire. Kettle and Fire, this guy actually used to work at AppSumo. Let me see, I'll share the screen. And so what was really fascinating about him is that I talked with him about Kettle and Fire, and it's good. It's bone broth. It's kind of, it's like real popular these days. Having my Snickers now. Yes, you're eating chocolate. I totally influenced you, by the way, to eat chocolate. You need to do that as a social media influencer. So anyways, I talked to the Kettle and Fire Justin guy, and one of the things he said, he's like, dude, we're competing against like Campbell's soup. He's like, it's a fucking joke. And so I just think there's something really interesting about how do you take maybe the skills or knowledge you have in one sector that there's a lot of competition, and kind of like parlay that or play in a different field where there's just no one else fucking competing with you. So looks like you guys all had a dope ass week. By the way, we'll do Q&A and stuff like that. I had basically I want to do 3 thoughts of the week. 1, I need your guys' help. Yes, would I love to send Guinness from Ireland? Yes. Here's where I need your guys' help. And okay, this is selfish, but I just need your help. I'm trying to help you. What's up, James Brooks? Will I influence your bank account? Yes. I will give you positive juju to motivate your bank account to grow. What the hell do I call myself? So I've been trying to date. I'm not really into it. I think I'm still working on, a lot of internal personal stuff. But as I'm meeting people lately, and this is, I'm curious for you guys, I'd love your advice. What the fuck do I call myself? I was like people, oh, what are you working on? I'm like, I'm trying to be a YouTube influencer. So I've been trying business guru, YouTube superstar, teacher. I put YouTube teacher on a dating profile, and I was like, oh, I guess that sounds like I'm poor. But I'm teaching or professing. So I was curious, the YouTube guy. Honestly, I need your help. So if you guys have a thought, entrepreneur, teacher, I run businesses, Nighthawk. Nighthawk sounds pretty fucking dope. I've been saying like unemployed. That attracts a certain type of homeless girl. The pastor. Ooh. Taco dork, marketer, rebel millionaire, startup genius. Dude, you guys are fucking nice. Not chess prodigy. Holy shit, man. I'm still fucking sucking on chess. YouTuber. What's up, Devontae? That's a dope name. Entrepreneur marketer. Noah's good enough. All right, I like that. I'll just leave it at Noah. You could just be Victor. You could be Chris. Taco Rabbi, Startup Ninja. What's up, Rocket? This whole dating thing is not for me right now. Inspirational millionaire coach. All right. I don't know. Change agent. Man on a mission from God. Dude, you guys are funny with these names. Intacopreneur. Taco guru. I am in San Diego, California. I'm gonna get some tacos. All right. Noah's Hard or Noah's Ark. I think Noah's Hard would be pretty funny. YouTube consultant. Harman Singh. Will I wrestle Logan Paul for $10,000? I don't really know that guy very well. I mean, I don't know him personally. I know of him a little bit. But for 10 G's, yeah, probably. Why not? And you know when people ask you those questions like, hey, would you do that for $1 million? Most of the time I'm like, dude, I'd probably do it for like 20 bucks. Some of these things. All right. Dorky King. What's up, Barry Eisenbaum? You just call me dude. Just put dude. All right. I need to give myself a title. I can be okay with that title. Actually, at AppSumo.com and Sumo Group, our company, I don't know really anyone's titles. And even from the beginning, I never put myself CEO. I think if you've ever seen me call myself a title for the business, it's always Chief Sumo. And I just think that people call themselves CEOs when I was like, yo, you're not a chief. And you're not an executive. And you're not really an officer. So you shouldn't be a CEO. Anywho, here's the thing I want to talk about being a chief. A lot of people, I had an interesting conversation with a young entrepreneur yesterday. Oh, shit. By the way, let me just highlight something. If you guys can help each other out, this is a fucking like mitzvah, which means like a miracle in Judaism. So I think Alan Jones was saying, hey, Katsumura, where are you in Japan? I'm trying to move there. So if you guys can help each other out, let's try that as an experiment real fast. One, all you guys are amazing. Just date British girls. Your accent will come in handy in the UK. I do need a handy, mate, if you know what I'm talking about. All right, so a dude who comes every Thursday and Friday to come help you guys. I do fucking love you guys. I was an underwear model for CK. Pick or it didn't happen. So here's what I'd like to, actually, let's try a quick experiment. I love doing experiments with y'all. Post something you need help with right now. What do I need help with right now? I would like to go on a date in San Diego. I think that would be interesting. But actually what I needed earlier this morning more than that was a paddleboard. And I think that's pretty solvable. What is the one thing that you need help with? I do need a handy mate. If you got it. Some British gals. All right, man, y'all are good looking you're good looking out. So, but post in the comment what you need. Because I actually think what we could try out, normally we've done in a spreadsheet. Spreadsheet just gets all fucking weird. Just post in the comment right now, what is something you need help with? Do you need a drink? Do you need marketing help? Do you need starting? Okay, and by the way, so Ubi King, who made $35 in high school, which is dope, man. That's a great start. Be specific. So don't say I need help with starting my company because that's so fucking broad. But I think what Alan Jones did, which is interesting, and I'm trying to replicate, is just say like, hey, I need help with something, or hey, I'm looking for this. And let's just see if anybody can actually help connect each other through the comments. That's pretty interesting. We could do a Google spreadsheet. I'm just not in the mood to do that right this second. So I'm hoping, okay, you need my approval to bring my page to Brazil. One, I think Brazil is one of the best, most fun countries. That shit is wild. I went there in Carnival years ago. Shit is crazy. All right, so Rico Glover needs more YouTube subscribers so he can get a custom domain. Can a few of you guys here, I'm just gonna go and subscribe to him. Let's go subscribe to Rico Glover. All right, I'm gonna go subscribe to you, Rico. Are you the Rico? Which one are you? Are you Marketing Disruptors? All right, look, subscribed. All right, I'm hoping, is this the right one? What else? What are other things that other people need help with? And post it in the comments, and then hopefully we can try to connect some people. All right, this is interesting. All right, everyone, Brazil. All right, so Akua, who is one of the underdogs, she's amazing. She shows up, she puts in the work. I believe she does. How would you guys reach American expat women in London? So an expat is an American or someone who's an expatriate living in London. How would you guys reach them? Dude, this is so dope. I love that you guys are all helping each other out. Okay, ooh, Josh. Well, Josh Hamilton. We'll talk about that. That's a very common problem. That's not a problem. Holy shit. All right, so one thing that I was telling earlier, especially in the beginning of the class, is that we're all going through problems. And I think that's really interesting to know. And I think it's also just beautiful to help another person. Like, it feels fucking great. You feel good about yourself. Oh, shit, M. Stevenson Art. I haven't sent you the shirt yet because I haven't gone to the post office to take care of it, but I will send you a shirt. So, by the way, everyone, so how would you get American expat women in London? I don't know if you can ask people to help sometimes. You can, totally can. But I think it's easy to ask for help if you've been helping. So let's give Akua a little bit of help. If I was looking for American expat in London, first thing I would do is just go to LinkedIn, right? And then I guess the second thing I would start considering is like, who has access to that audience? So my first thought was someone who does international taxes. So how would you guys do it? So Eric Timmer said a Facebook group might do it. I don't know if there's like, let's check Facebook. Let's see if we can find like American expat women. I like that you're looking very specific for an audience. Oh, Nat Thompson's offering something. Find some Slack channels. So let's just see. American expat, American women in London. Seems like a dating website or something strange. I think sometimes with these Facebook groups, and you go and like spam them and shit like that, it's always kind of weird. The American Society in London doesn't look that popular. There's some of these groups where American Women Club, always open. Seems like relatively. Oh, so there's actually a club? Huh. This is great. Oh, shit, it's still updated. Yeah, I'm always kind of curious if they update stuff. Yeah, that's cool. American Women in London Facebook group, Reddit, U.S. Embassy. U.S. Embassy, I don't know how much that would actually happen. And then I guess you could go on, like, one thing that you can do, my friends who live in London. Now you can just basically see all the people that live in London. Oh, shit. So, yeah, there's a bunch of people. So let's do that. This is one way to do it, Akua. And then you could, where are my friends? Oh, interesting. These are not all my friends. These are all like famous people. But here's my friends. Oh, yeah, here's my friends who live in London, United Kingdom. So there's all these dudes. That's cool. So you can reach out to them because they probably know people. The other thing I saw that was kind of interesting on this people tab is that you can click friends of friends. Oh, I have no friends of friends. And then let's check LinkedIn. I think this is actually kind of interesting. Where do expats hang out in London search? Do you guys really want to do that? Let's look at London. London, good fella. So connections, let's just do one or two. Holy shit, really? I don't even know all these fucking people. All right. Oh, Natalia, I used to work with her. Anywho, so there's a shit ton of women on LinkedIn. And I think the other thing, so it sounds like there's a lot of direct. So I think with marketing, I always recommend hand-to-hand marketing, hand-to-hand combat, where I think a lot of people are like, how do I blog and just get rich overnight, or blog and miracle people come through? But I think the real big thing is like doing a little bit more of the hand-to-hand marketing and then doing a little bit more of the referral marketing. Like if you already have some customer base at Kua, I'm pretty sure that you can actually ask them like, hey, who is a single, no, not single, that was a Freudian slip. Who is a female in London, who's an American female in London that you know? And so whenever you're doing referrals, y'all, make it stupid easy for them to figure out the person. A lot of times I've gotten this like, hey, who do you think I could help? I'm like, I don't know. But if you said, hey, Jewish, gay, under 30, I'm not sure I know any of that. But it makes it easier for me to actually make that decision. So do the hand-to-hand. Yes, get those reps in, as Barry Eisenbaum says. It sounds like a Jewish last name, which you know I'm a fan of. I'm also a fan of non-Jews too. All right, so I want to just do 3 other things. We're going to keep doing these Q&As. We got 45 more minutes. Here's something I was telling you guys earlier. I was talking with a young entrepreneur about, and he was asking how to become a leader. So by the way, as you're listening to me, maybe you're having me on the background, maybe you don't. Go and see. Oh, Bad Wolf is here. What's up, Bad Wolf? Good to see your name, man. I don't like the tardiness. Normally when someone's tardy, you don't recognize it. It's a whole nother story. But one of my suggestions for you guys, go look in the comments and see who you can help. And then maybe that's where the help will start coming towards you as well. So yes, go take some time right now. Scroll up and see. All right, Devontae. Yeah, see who needs help. You need to see why more people won't check out my interviews for my podcast or on my YouTube channel. And I'll look it up in the background. So the story I wanted to tell you, which I think is relevant, is that as people want to become leaders, and you guys want to become leaders in your own right, I read this book, Maverick, by Ricardo Semler. It's phenomenal. One of my favorite books all time. I put up, actually, the article, I put up an article on OK Dork. I'll post it for you guys to read. Like, it's my summary of the book, and kind of just wrote up a summary and fucking enjoyed it. So one of the things he said in the book that I thought was really powerful and really stuck with me was, what makes a leader? And he said, historically, in Native American tribes, how do you think someone became the leader? How did someone become the leader? Hey, what's up, Martin? What's up, Andrew Hitchcock? I recognize every single one of you. I think about you in my dreams. And what's interesting about the leader historically in Native American, and I think, not native tribes, is that the chief doesn't ask for permission. And we can talk about Devontae. Devontae, we'll come and talk about you in a second. But just something for you guys to think about in this day. A chief does not ask for permission. They killed the other people and took over. And so I think as you guys and girls and myself are thinking about becoming leaders in your own respective ways, the question to ask yourself is like, whose permission do I not need? Let that sit for a second. Whose permission do I not need? Because I think we're a little bit conditioned like, oh, I need permission. And the chief kills, then you don't have to kill, but the chief just takes over. Yeah. So a chief doesn't ask for permission. A chief takes it and runs with it. So something to think about as you guys are becoming leaders in your respective ways. So it seems like you guys are all helping out Devontae. This is awesome. I don't know what your YouTube channel is, Devontae, but we can look that up. So that was one thought of the week. Two other quick thoughts of the week that I just really want to share with you guys. By the way, this is our time together. If I'm sharing stuff and you're like, yo, boring, fucking say it. Be like, call it out and be boring. Do a boring emoji or some shit. And then we'll talk about something else. Because if it's not valuable for you, then I'm wasting my time and yours and all of ours. Fuck it. Not helpful. So I'll have two other things I want to talk about. But if there's things specifically you guys are like, hey, let's all go and talk about this. And if you don't like the story stuff, you want just the Q&A, we'll do that too. Yeah, so Michael Lim, we're going to do that in just a second. So how fast should your first hire be? I'd say it's the first hire. I guess I would say it in two ways. Number one, I think whenever you're starting any business, you should do everything yourself in the beginning so you understand it. And then I would hire someone, the first person I would hire is when they're profitable. And what does that mean? I hate when people say something like that, like profitable. What do you mean? It means that if you're paying them $5 an hour or $10 an hour or $20 an hour, you should be able to make more than that. Or if you're paying them to do customer support, for instance, the amount of time you save, you should be able to make more than that with the amount of time you now have available for yourself. So when I was starting AppSumo, and now even with this YouTube channel, when I was doing this YouTube channel to start, you can go back 2 months and look at the videos. It was like, hey, what's up? I guess I'm still doing that. And over time, I was like, shit, I can't grow the channel if I'm doing all these things myself. And so we do have money in the company. And so I was like, oh, I'll hire Mitchell to help run the channel. And I was like, well, shit, we need help with like producing the episodes and like social stuff. Then we brought on Jeremy to help with that. And I was like, oh, well, we're doing all this editing, and this editing is fucking hard and takes forever. Mitchell is doing a lot of it after the first ones. It's like, oh, let's get a video editor. And so it was not all at once. I think where people make mistakes in hiring too quickly is that they think the hire is going to save them. And I've seen this so many fucking times where they're like, oh, I need a marketer. And I'm like, you don't need a marketer. You need a better business. So I think you just have to be careful about expecting an employee or a teammate, as I like to call them, to save you. But I think in terms of bringing them on as your first hire, I like bringing people on as quickly as possible if it's profitable. and after I get some understanding of how the different roles work. All right, man, you guys are all helping each other out. I fucking like this. All right, two other things I want to talk about theme-wise, and we're going to come back, keep doing the Q&A. And by the way, we can talk, if you guys are doing YouTube channels or your sendfox.com newsletters, our team has been spending, I mean, literally professionally now, months trying to study this stuff. So I'm happy to talk about what we're learning and go and do some live like channel reviews. Because our stuff, if you've noticed, it's doing pretty well because we've been paying attention. We're treating it like a job. I don't like a job, but like a professionals. I want to do two other things. So basically, one thing I want to talk about is the law of 100. So if you guys are doing YouTube, if you are doing a newsletter, if you are doing your startup, you're trying to do a hobby like chess, we put out a video called How to Stick with Your Habits. It's about the law of 100. What's up, James? James O'Donnell. Good to see your name, my man. Good to see you. Chad Keck is here, dude. Hell yeah. Good to see you, Chad. I'm going to answer your questions. It's good to see you guys. But the law of 100, which I'm like becoming such a big advocate of, is just commit to 100 days or commit to 100 episodes or commit to 100 posts. So if you're doing it, James O'Donnell, Kale Marker, I can go do some live YouTube reviews. But my suggestion for you is commit to doing 100. Commit 100 days of it, commit 100 posts of it. And I promise you, I'm even thinking for myself, like the days where, like today, I'm recording a video about Airbnb. Not like feeling it 100%, but I'm like, dude, you committed to doing these videos. You're going to commit to at least 100. So I want anybody else here committing to at least 100 of something. Devontae Style, I'll pull up your YouTube channel. I don't know if this is you. Are you the rapper, Devontae? Is it I Am Devontae is the channel? Let me know so who here is committing to the 100? The law of 100, who here is committing to it? Yes. All right, 100 days of push-ups. Chazday, yeah, the law of 100 is amazing. Nassim, I will. Bad Wolf, I know you're going to fucking do it. M. Stevenson Art, yes. And post about how you guys are doing it. If you're not in our Facebook group as well, yes, Cam Folden is committed. Hells yeah, you good-looking man. All right, you guys are in. Wow. All right, so what I want to do here, I'm going to go do this right now. I'll just do it live. Devontae, post your thingamajigger. So go to okdirect.com/group. And then I want everyone to, I'll just start a thread right here. Committing to 100 days. Law 100. I'm writing, okay? Can you guys see me? Yeah, you can see me. All right, so go and just comment on this thread so we can have a fucking dope-ass thread of everyone like doing it. I'm going to save it. And then let me see if I can post it. Mark his announcement. All right, go post what? Oh, yes. So Scene just did it right here. Awesome. I would like to see you guys going crazy on this. Let me see if I can actually post the link to that. Yeah. Oh, wow. You guys are fucking going great on that. I'm looking at the comments on YouTube. Love the speed touch typing. 100 words per minute. If you guys want me to talk about typing, I love talking about typing and productivity on the laptop or iPad and technological stuff. Kimberly Irwin, yes. All right, 100 drawings in 100 days. Yes. 100 days of live streaming, making prints. Hell yeah. How is my book coming? It is going slowly. We're still in the proposal process. I'm expecting it to take around 2 years to do the full book project. If you email book@okdork.com, we're inviting people to the beta group. It's kind of for people that are really wanting to help with the book and be a part of that experience. 100 days of sit-ups. All right. I'm doing push-ups every day, 350 a day. It fucking sucks. Doesn't suck every time, actually. Some days it's nice. 100 newsletters. Awesome, Niels, for sendfox.com. 100 YouTube videos taken seriously. So here's the thing with doing something for the 100. Here's what I've realized for it. It's doing it for the 100, and as you're doing it, you got to just keep improving it a little bit each time. Not massively, because I think that's what happens is like our stuff isn't like this fucking crazy thing immediately, and we're like, oh, it's nothing. It's like, no, just keep improving it little by little, and over time, it'll be great. Oh, Jess. What's up, Jess? Posting 100 videos to build a YouTube channel. All right. I'm going to go look at some of these YouTube channels because it seems like a lot of you guys are on this YouTube kick as well, which I love. Matt Payton's going to do 100 newsletter sends. Holy shit. You guys are awesome. Billy Bobby Brown the Baptist. Okay. This guy is going to be fucking weird and cool at the same time. I love this guy. 100 interviews. Yes, Alan Jones. Oh, shit. He put his real name up there. It's not a middle-aged white guy. 100 outreaches. Perfect. Yes. Healthy Living Mission. Good to see you guys again. Just made our first sales video. Yes, it takes 100 takes. Man, yeah, I feel you on that. And it's just practice. It's just practice. I just bought a teleprompter to experiment with, like making videos with teleprompter, see how that goes. Accept the group. Oh, I need to accept some of you. Oh, okay, you guys are committing in the Facebook group. Awesome. This is cool. Holy shit. Wow, dude, I love it. This is for you guys. Like, you guys should actually like now it's like, all right, I'm committing to 100, and every day doesn't have to be a big commit. Just like do the videos each day. Man, I mean, 100 days of handstands. Oh, handstand like that. Michael Stevenson, 100 prints in 100 days. Post your updates here. Like, that's one thing that kind of blows my mind with some of this stuff. Share your wins. That's something I was talking about with Justin on our team, who he's had an amazing, the guy was, he had a startup. His startup wasn't doing well, so I bugged him for about 3 years to come join us. Finally joined AppSumo, was the recruiter, gave up being a recruiter because he's like, I don't think there's an upside or this is not my future. Went from recruiter into a salesperson now, or business development, and now he's doing really well. And, you know, but I think one thing I was telling him yesterday, I was like, man, you should be proud of yourself, how far you've come. Microphone recommendations. I do 2 microphones. I do the ATR 2100. Man, holy shit, this is dope. You guys are dope on this one. So I use the ATR 2100 USB mic. So this is what I use for like podcasting and any of this kind of stuff. Audio tech. I think this is like the go-to. And then I use a Rode Lav. I use a Rode Lav for most of the videos I'm using this. Literally, it's just this one right here. The Rode Lav mic. Honestly, the iPhone microphone is so fucking good. Yeah, that's what I use. Okay. Dude, you guys have Yardy Kim, good to see you, man. Keenan Smith, man. Not a fan of sales at all. I think what's interesting about that, and let's keep doing, all right, we're doing Q&A, so I'm here for 30 more minutes. Let's do some Q&A. So by the way, number 1, law of 100. So commit to your 100, whatever it is, if it's prints, if it's writing, if it's sales, if it's dates, if it's push-ups, if it's sit-ups, whatever it is, you can go to okdirk.com/group and put that in there. I honestly think sales is a superpower. If you can get good at sales, by the way, I think you can literally run any kind of business you want in the world. Because everything at the end of the day, relationships, business, life, it's communication, and frankly, sales at the end of the day. So if it's something that you're not great at, I would encourage you to do the coffee challenge. And I would encourage you to practice sales. And sales doesn't have to be aggressive. I think when people think of salespeople, they do think Wolf of Wall Street, like, hey, you're going to buy this, you're going to buy this. I found that my most effective sales, and the way I frame it, Keenan, is that I think of myself, put this up here. I don't think of myself as a salesperson. I think of myself as an educator. And if you think about it, like even making this content and hanging out with y'all, it is a sale of sorts. Like I'm selling myself and the material and information our team is putting together to convince you that we can help you and the things that we're sharing are going to actually make a difference. So even going to dinner is a sale. So maybe practice some small sales to build up your sales skills. There's one of my favorite books is Ultimate Sales Machine by Chet Holmes. Literally one of the best sales books I've ever read. And I think the best thing I've experienced in sales is one, think of it as an educator. And the second thing with sales, find something you just love where it's not a sale. It's literally a service. And what I mean by that is when I've done my previous companies where I'm doing sales, even AppSumo, I'm like, yo, you need this. It's not, I'm not selling them. I have nothing to sell. I'm like, I just believe so much that they actually need what we're offering at appsumo.com. So I would say all of you guys should try to practice a little bit more on the sales front in all tiny aspects. Like, let me convince someone what to do for lunch. Let me try to see if I can sell someone on doing an activity, or maybe it's on a date, or maybe it is actually a product or service. Do the coffee challenge. Ask for 10% off of getting coffee. Get rejected. Realize you're still okay and you can do it. All right. Skip the Yeti. So Nat Thompson, let's keep doing questions. Oh man, you guys have a lot of 100s. I love this too. Best step to get my email subscribers close to 300. So my guess is just, this is the part you guys aren't gonna like. And guys, we can talk advanced marketing. I've done this for a long time. Like, that stuff's fine. But my guess is that what you did to get to 300 is probably post on social, ask some friends, maybe you blog, maybe it's a YouTube video, but just keep doing that. You don't need new stuff yet. I'm not giving you no new toys. Ixnay, you're cut off, my friend. You are cut. There's a knife here, which is a little too aggressive. I was going to do something dramatic, but I think we'll be okay. So anyways, just keep doing that. When you get to 1,000, come back. When you get to 1,000, then we can start talking about next levels of marketing. Why not? I'll tell you what I would do at 1,000. But my number one thing for you, especially with everyone starting out, if you're not at like 1,000 emails or you're not at like $10,000 a month in revenue, my recommendations more than anything is always manual. It's do hand-to-hand. So do the hand-to-hand, like reaching out to people, do the hand-to-hand, reaching out for customers, and so forth. From the 1,000 and beyond is where you're now going to start experimenting with scaled marketing channels. So the key things in scaled marketing channels, and I'll talk about email as well as for people trying to do YouTube. I think what you have to think about is what is repeatable and what is predictable. So let me just try to be a little bit more clear. If you put out a blog post, is it a guarantee you're going to get a subscriber? Probably not. If you do a YouTube video, is it guaranteed you're going to get viewers? Kind of, maybe not. So what you have to do is try a bunch of these different activities out. So you might try posting on LinkedIn, like a LinkedIn status update. You might try making a YouTube video, 100 YouTube videos. You might try doing 100 blog posts. The two channels that I found that are guaranteed to grow their email subscribers, which I wouldn't recommend you doing because I don't think you need it yet, is paid advertising. And the reason I like it is because it's fucking guaranteed. I pay this much, I get this kind of person, hopefully, and then I can, do something with them as a potential customer. So the problem is that if you're not making money from your email list, I would not recommend doing advertising whatsoever. People get way too distracted, spend way too much fucking money on it. Do I do that? Yes. Why? Because we have money. And generally, if we build up an audience within the AppSumo Group ecosystem, we could say, hey, here's products we recommend that will make our ROI, return on investment, of that spend. So here's my ad spend. So this is some of the things I would do. I mean, let's see. I don't know how much I'm even spending. Let's see. $8,000. So spending $8,000. Let's see. Performance. And it's costing me around $2.50 per email sign up. So I would say the two ways, this is just, you guys want to see what the ads look like? You guys curious to see what the ads look like? I can't see your comments. Am I still working for AppSumo? Yeah, they haven't fired me yet. I guess you can't fire me from my own company yet. I guess I can't cancel myself. But I've tried to remove myself so that the people who want to be doing certain things in the company are doing it the way they want to do it. And again, read the book Maverick by Ricardo Semler. I'll pull that up on the screen. So anyways, that's my Facebook ads. It doesn't seem like you guys are as excited about that. But number one, Facebook ads is a great way to do it. But the problem is when you stop paying, the drug dealer cuts you off. Second thing that's worked really well is kingsuma.com. It's totally free. We built it ourselves, but we run giveaways. And I've talked about this in the past, but this is the two things that are directly guaranteed to grow your email list. The quality of a giveaway person is about 50% suck and 50% are actually potential customers. So my recommendation is do short-term and long-term marketing. Short-term is guaranteed results. So guest posting is a little hard. Getting on someone else's show is a little hard because you're not guaranteed it. But ads, giveaways, pretty guaranteed that they will work. And guys, there's so many articles about how to do this stuff. I'm not going to go into the details. And then I would do long-term marketing, which is plant the seed in blog, plant the seed in your YouTube, plant the seed maybe in guest posting, plant the seed maybe PR, plant the seed maybe collaborations. So my suggestion, though, is do short-term marketing and then do some long-term marketing. And then you will get from the 1,000 to the 10,000 and beyond. Because a lot of the growth in my email list is from popular articles that got big. And then it's like, oh, give me your email using sumo.com or whatever type of email capture you have. All right, show you the ads. You guys don't need to see the ads. Let me keep going through your guys' questions. What questions do you guys have? So Chaz is asking, I suggested I'm just telling you business ideas that like, I want new clothes for my YouTube videos because I literally only have one shirt to two shirts that I like wearing. I'm trying to get rid of all my stuff except the essentials. And I think that's true for a lot of our lives. but I do want to wear new shirts and then give them away during my YouTube videos. So otherwise it doesn't look like I'm wearing the same shirt every single day, which I do. So I think there's a business about like clothing YouTubers, and you get the companies to pay you. You give the clothes to the YouTuber, they get free clothes. Maybe they get paid, and they just mention potentially mention the clothes, or they just put it in the description. All right, what other questions do you guys have? Someone said if I had $50 to $100, Royal de Grunt. One, this sounds like a dope name. You sound like a Viking. Like I would not want to see you in Narnia. I don't know where the fuck I'm making up stuff at this point. So, and by the way, I want to pitch an idea for next week. But I don't think I'd need any money. I would say, what's a good business to start with? 0 quid or pounds or euros or dollars. I don't think you need money to start any business. I don't think you really need many more courses. I think you actually have to just put in the work. So name a business that you can think of starting. Like pick something that you'd be excited to work on, or a problem that you have for yourself. I literally just told you a business problem that I have for myself. So that is a business I would go and start. Let's just, it's hard to do the theoretical of it, but let's just say I wanted to, let me just do it. So I'm gonna take some time. The business idea that I was telling you about where I want clothes, I would go look up different clothing brands. So I would go on Shopify, or I would go on, not Shopify, I'd go on Instagram. Let's just see if I can do it really quickly. Hashtag clothing. All right, so is this, I was trying to find like different, what's a clothes brand? Or like what's a hashtag for clothes? Ooh, lemon? Ugh, I'm so ashamed. What's like a clothing for dudes? Yeah, home office setup, always the Dutch pronunciation. So anyways, my point being is that like you come to these guys, you know, if you click this little arrow, it shows you other companies comparable. So you can actually find other people comparable. You ever seen that? I always think it's kind of neat. Go to Instagram, click a little down arrow. So I would kind of like just check out, is there any smaller brands? Like these are honestly all like gigantic. I'll show you, like these guys hit me up. Anyways, my suggestion is find a few of these. Yeah, like these guys. So they hit me up, but like if I didn't know them, I could just do the exact same thing. Let's try it with someone I don't know. So here, can someone find a clothing brand, like any kind of clothing brand, and I'll just message them. All right, Built Basics. All right, perfect. So let's follow them. Let's just try it. So my point being is, here's how it actually started. I'm just showing it to you live. I haven't checked out their clothes, so I try not. I mean, I don't lie. All right, got it. Clothes look kind of cool. Boom, done. So, all right, yeah, let's try it out. So LRX Apparel, I've never heard of this Built company, LRX. All right. You don't want to do it with people that like you're not legit. Oh, see, I don't know if I'd wear the shirt. Yeah, I would. It's probably not something I would wear the shirt, but like the point being is I just showed you, just send the message. And then my point here is that like if I can get them to respond, then now all I do is I would go out to different YouTubers and be like, hey, can I send you a bunch of free clothes? Is there any companies that you like? Then they would give me the companies. I would go to them and be like, hey, I have this famous YouTuber with 1 million subscribers. Do you want to donate clothes or pay? And then that is where you create a business out of it. I didn't spend any money, didn't build any software, literally just did it in like 30 seconds. Is a way that you can kind of get something going. Someone else, yeah, Miles Apparel. I love Miles Apparel. Actually own some of the Miles, and so I have their shorts and some of their clothes. My point being, that's how I just kind of start a business, solving something I just have as my own problem right now. One thing I was thinking about next week for our office hours is that, would you guys want me to bring on someone live, like someone else? I don't know if they'll be right here because of the whole Corona and I'm in San Diego, but we just do like a live case study, kind of like Noah's Ark, which I've done in the past. So if you guys are interested in doing that, leave a comment in the Facebook group or let me know what, like, hey, bring me on, and we'll do some, we'll do a business case study live. I think it's always more interesting to kind of do it with someone who is starting, so it's a little bit more relatable and you see it and blah, blah. You guys know what I'm saying. Oh, Chris Herbert, website breakdown. All right, Dieter. So I don't know who to choose. Just like post yourself or post your URL or something, and I'll pick. So Cam, can you pick someone? All right, Cam, grab 2 people if you don't mind, and then next week we'll just bring them on live and we'll just do live case studies. And let's try to find some people that like actually need help, can really do the work. Yeah, we'll do Noah's Ark where we bring on someone live on a specific topic. So Cam, if you could do that, we're gonna have 2 people next Friday. We'll feature some underdogs and actually just try to solve their problems live on air. One thing, thank you, man. So we'll do that live because that's always kind of fun and it's also risky and it's a little bit more exciting. So Cam Fulton, everyone, thank you. One thing I want to do is Devontae Style. I said we'd check out different YouTube. I don't know which one is your channel though. So I'm gonna do like a YouTube, dude. Please solve my problem. I don't know what your problem is. So Devontae, what's your YouTube channel? Pick up. Dude, yeah, this community is dope. I love all of you people. So yeah, but it's also just more interesting to try to do this live, see if we can do it. This is an interesting question. So by the way, I want to do at least one YouTube review. So if you have a YouTube channel, post the slug of it. You know, it's like youtube.com/whatever, and I'll pull it up and we'll go through collectively how to actually do that. So Cam will pick 2 people that we'll bring on live next week. Should you become one for competing SaaS? Yeah, why not? I mean, I don't. You know, I think we need to trust our guilt. So like at the house I was staying at in Malibu last week, I just left last night. I like cracked the table a bit with my bike lock. And I was like, I bought epoxy. Where is it? Oh, it's up there. I bought this glue to actually fix it. And I was just like, I think you should tell the lady. And I was like, oh, then I should tell her. And so I think, Kimberly, if you're feeling guilty or something about that, like, is it legit or not? If it's legit, then yeah, don't do it. But it doesn't sound like that what you're recommending is really bad. Sounds great to me. Yes. So Jen, we're gonna do Devontae Style. I don't see his thing. You're my YouTube daddy, man. You're my YouTube son. All right. So yes, we can go back and we'll do more like live. Maybe Cam, someone who doesn't have a business, we try to like literally what I just did in terms of messaging. We'll do it on their account. Reflections Center. So let's do that. And then I hopefully can find a Devontae Style guy. So guys, we've been studying this stuff pretty aggressively. Javier Mercedes is amazing at this kind of stuff as well. So first off the bat, and guys, I mean, I think this is stuff. If you see things that can be better too, and so Ubi King, people, if you want to do YouTube or any of this stuff, all you have to do is 100 days of it or 100 posts of it. That's it. And you'll get really far ahead with it. So number one, the logo is pretty faint. What is that? The Center for Cosmetic Medicine. All right, so that's just kind of weird. The logo is weird. And Reflection Center, you might want to add what the hell it is. So that's just kind of step one. But obviously, I think if you guys, I mean, hopefully most of you guys know this. One of the main reasons, let me just hide some of the shit. Okay, so just as a step back, most people subscribe or find you on an actual video or your channel page. So those are the 2 places you really need to be spending the most time on. Everything else is kind of like secondary. So like even fixing your logo is probably going to be pretty trivial. Okay, first off, on the channel page, which is your number 1 or 2 most subscribed page, just be aware of these links. Like I put the subscribe link here. So if you go to like youtube.com/okdork, you'll see it has a subscribe link. So I recommend that. So I would change this to a subscribe link. And I don't know if I would have Instagram or Facebook. I just have subscribe and then my newsletter, my sendfox.com newsletter. What I've recommended, or what I noticed is that like, I generally like actually put our most popular video on this section. So let me just kind of show you. I'm going to show you. I'll just show you ours because I think it'll be a little bit more clear. So right here, it should show you, you can do customized channel. And so what we do is we put either a new video here, and what it does, which is really interesting, so for new visitors, what it does is actually bumps your view count on that video, or you can put one of your more popular videos. Because I think for you kind of just put a random video there. And I think it would just be more interesting to put something that's already more popular right here. The next thing I would do is that these are all a bunch of random things that are kind of all over the place. Patient experience, edit reflections, uploads. My guess is, what's the intent of your visitor? Is it someone like looking in a certain area? Because it doesn't feel, yeah, it's like people in a certain area. It's in New Jersey, it looks like. Okay, interesting. So it is about New Jersey. I think I would try to focus in a little bit more around that, because you're kind of looking on either Google search or YouTube, which is like, hey, lip filler New Jersey, lip filler help. A few of the things that are interesting about your channel. So one, make this more popular. Two, I would probably think about how to take it a little bit more geo-targeted, like the content-wise. And then your playlist, I would probably try to put one of your more popular playlists a little bit higher up to get people into your best things first. That's why I like email autoresponders, same thing. So first impression of thumbnails and stuff like that. Look, everyone, here's the thing with YouTube people. Let me just give you guys a quick feedback on this YouTube people stuff. Just look at me real fast. Any person who gives you fucking advice on YouTube, you have to test it yourself. Two, I've seen all these people that I get the emails literally like every few days, like, hey, I can get you YouTube famous. And I'm like, well, why aren't you fucking famous then? Yeah, I'm like, yo, I know you're a YouTube fucking expert. Well, why have I not heard of you? So, take it with caution what people say. Try it out for yourself and see what really works at the end of the day versus, everyone's got a fucking opinion. And I think you have to figure out, what do you enjoy, what works, and where's that intersection between those things. So for us, in terms of thumbnails and things like that, I'll just tell you what I'm observing is working, and Michael, who works on our team as well. The titles are fine. I think you have to think there's two different types of titles. There is clickbait, like people are seeing it in the browse, like on the right side, or it pops up title, and then there's a search title. And so I think literally have to decide what kind of title you're trying to choose. Are you choosing a search title, or are you choosing a like clickbait, browse, suggested title? And those are two separate types of titles. Let's keep going on that. What do I think about podcasting and YouTubing? I think podcasting, what's really interesting is the level of commitment from the audience. The value of an audience is higher, but actually growing that audience is near impossible. And the reason that is that a podcast is a larger commitment. The amount of people actually that listen to podcasts is smaller. And then ultimately discoverability of a podcast is really fucking hard. Like think about a YouTube video. Maybe like think about this. How did you guys hear about me? How did you end up on this YouTube experience where you guys are hanging out? You probably saw a tweet. You maybe saw me on someone else's channel. You maybe saw me on a blog post, and you saw something really liked. And it's like when you go to Costco, you got one of the free samples. I never buy the thing because I'm like, no, I don't want to be the guy buying the thing that got the free sample. But my suggestion though is that like YouTube is a lot more accessible. And if you can build an audience around your YouTube personality or your content there, I think it's easier then to move them into a podcast versus starting a podcast from nothing. Because the thing with podcasts is that I've observed is that people have a fixed time that they do podcasts. So their commute or their walk or their gym or their cooking or their shower. So changing and getting in someone's podcast ears is really fucking hard. And so you have to earn that over time. And so I think it's easier to earn that with YouTube and email lists and blogging and lighter things, and then moving it to that. Oh, wow. This is interesting how you guys actually heard about me. Chaz Day, you saw it on search results. Wow. Okay. The podcast doesn't really recommend new podcasts. Yeah, the discoverability on it is really tough. So starting a YouTube podcast newsletter stuff, and I'm going to keep coming back to the reflection thing. The only thing right now I'd say with doing any of those is just commit for 100 posts. Do the law of 100. I think that's the best way to get that going. Figure out what topics work, figure out what the audience wants, figure out what you like, but commit to the 100 before you can even allow yourself to think about giving up. Oh, wow. So Tim Ferriss, the toothbrush and Tim Ferriss. Really interesting. Rabbi just popped up. I'm in your dreams, guys. All right. So I'm going to go a few more things because it seems like a lot of you guys actually have YouTube channels. So two things. One, we spend now tremendous amounts of time on our thumbnails. I'll show you guys the back end of like how Jeremy and our team like spends a lot. Like there's almost a guy basically full time thinking about our titles and thumbnails. And so the two things with yours is that the titles and thumbnails, they're not consistent. I personally like consistency. I think the two things that I would do, I would just go look at who's really popular for female. Like maybe it's, I don't know who's popular for female. Maybe it's Marie Forleo, or like who's a popular female woman. Right. So I would kind of look at her titles. So look, she has like this text thing. It's got images. It's not a lot of noise happening. And she has her brand in the bottom left. So I would kind of think about that with your own titles. Like, how do you just honestly copy the thumbnails of the popular people? And the second thing is these titles, I don't think they're bad. I would just go look at your stats. And let me just show you guys my stuff. I'll show you. But I would look at your stats on like which titles are actually doing well. Because the titles here, it's like you're doing this thing. I don't know if that really matters. I think what I'm still kind of confused about with your stuff is acne from wearing a mask. I kind of want to just see what, because like, let's see this video. One, the way that YouTube rewards people is the amount of time people watch, and the fact that it's only 3 minutes means that most people are going to watch half or 60%. So you're getting about a minute watch time. And what they do though is that they see like Tiago's got an hour, or there's this interval timer. Like, think about it. YouTube is optimized for ads. So how do they make more ad money? They make more ad money if people are watching more stuff on YouTube. So if you have a 3-minute thing versus a 60-minute thing, and the 60-minute thing people watch the same amount of percentage, they're going to reward the 60-minute because that gives them more money. So I would kind of consider doing longer videos and experimenting with that. Wow, that's crazy. And then one thing that you might want to even consider, let's take a step back. I think it'd be interesting to see like what videos have you done that have actually been popular. And guys, I got to go in 10 minutes. Oh, this is interesting. All right, so this one went pretty well. So a few years ago, it was really good. Oh, this is now interesting. So watch laser liposuction live. I would actually be considering like, how do you do more of that? It seems like there's a lot of people probably interested in this. It's also very different, and it was 12 minutes. Oh, wow, this channel's been around a long time. It feels like it's just figuring out what content is something that you can do that's repeatable. That's a lot of what we're thinking about for ours. Let me show you guys. Let me show you our Slack. I basically want to show how we do our titles and thumbnails. Let's see. Titles and thumbnails. All right. So this is our titles and thumbnails. So you can see that like every video, it's like, hey, what about this image? What about this image? What about this text? And so there's a lot of thought and intention put around it. It's not as like, oh, I just hope this does well. It's like, no, we're going to try this out. And then we actually ask some of our audience. We have a Slack channel. If you email book@okdork.com, we can invite a few people. Then we posted in our Slack channel saying, hey, underdogs, like, is there any of these titles and thumbnails you really like? Then RJ who's on, and Mattson who's on, and Dylan give us feedback about like, yo, this worked and this didn't work. All before we put out a video. So something to kind of think about for yourselves. Emmett landed his first freelance gig. Awesome. Does YouTube, that's interesting. Does YouTube playback speed affect the algorithm? I don't know. I'd be curious if you find that out. Let me know. Do we use a specific program to make our thumbnails? No, there is like TubeBuddy and vidIQ. I guess you can A/B test them. Jeremy does them in Photoshop. I think the thing that we've actually noticed, Quinn, that's really interesting lately for ourselves is, let me pull up our YouTube channel. We've been testing kind of copying what's already popular. So we've been kind of copying like Graham Stephan. He's like this young kid who's got some popular videos. So if you see that like how our videos have shifted in terms of thumbnails, and let me show you, I'll show you how you can tell. So you can see like this looks like honestly kind of spammy-ish. And we were just getting started, but that's the law of 100. You keep going and you keep iterating on it. And then finally, like this thumbnail right here, besides the title was really good, which is really important. You guys think about it this way. You're putting so much into making a dish, and this is true for all of your businesses. You're putting so much effort in making a dish, but you don't even spend time to go and tell people about the restaurant. And so I think you need to spend not maybe the percentages you have to figure out, but like how much time are you on letting people know about the restaurant as well as making a fucking great dish? So this thumbnail right here actually was the first one that started popping off in terms of doing really well for us. But one thing I want to show you, let me just go into the stats. What you're looking for on the YouTube world is the CTR. So your CTR is going to be your engagement. No, your reach, excuse me. So it's right here. It's your 7.4%. So there's also another thing, and I'll show you that in a second. But right here, if you can get above 5%, really high. What that means is someone sees your title or thumbnail and they're clicking on it. The other thing that's really interesting here is you can look on it from different types of people. Let me see. Oh, I don't know how to actually get it here. But you could basically look at your, oh, here it is. Yes. Yes. Okay, awesome. So if you click traffic source from your CTR, which means your click-through rate, you can see that like my channel page is really high versus search is someone who doesn't know me. And so you will see different rates. So your audience, people like you guys who are the underdogs that already know me, you might be really interested in click it right away, but other people may not. So what you want to be, what we're aiming for here is a 10%. We want to get a 10%. Wow. So we had 11.4% today. That's pretty damn great. So I would basically go look at what's working and then try to also copy some of the other popular YouTubers. And then I would then modify, start editing it your own style. So we did that thumbnail. And then Jeremy was like, hey, your thumbnails are doing well. Let's take images for every single one. So now each thumbnail is kind of a custom image. But like these thumbnails, so it turns out like this thumbnail with like the funny ones, like me with Mark or this one, they've actually have done very poorly. I think the CTR on these is actually pretty low. Right? But the thing is, it's funny. And we were like, oh, it's funny. That's great. But actually, these thumbnails that are just like straight boring, not boring, but like just me, just some text, really clean and straightforward, not as like gimmicky, have a much better response rate. So I think that's pretty fascinating. So I think you have to, don't assume anything. Go look at some of the data, see what's actually working. Let me take a step back. Copy what's working from other people, then start iterating it, and then notice what's working for you and do more of that. And I think that's where we've had some success for ourselves. If you email book@okdork.com, we're going to invite a few people to our private Slack group. It's not paid. There's no masterminding. It's basically just a smaller, more VIP community of a few people. All right, so we have 4 more minutes. I can do one more question, and then I want to know the one thing you're going to do for yourself today. I'm going to go swim in the water. I'm going to go for a walk a little bit later and just jump in the fucking water. I want to know one thing you guys are going to do for yourself today. But yeah, that's, so the Slack channel, it's for people who are taking action for themselves. It's for people who are really hustling. It's not for like freeloaders. It's not for lurkers. And it's not going to, you know, I think one of the things with some of this like YouTube or podcast or books, no one's going to do the work for you in this group. But this is a group of people who are willing to do the work. We're here to help and support each other. So what? Yeah, Cam, I think Rico Glover would be really interesting. I've done Kevin a lot. I would like to do someone maybe new, maybe someone who's new. You guys are all saying what you're going to do. Maybe that Niels guy. Yeah, I think Ubi King is going to be a little bit too wild, which is good. Jenna Barrett, yoga on a paddleboard. Yeah. 20 meditation daily. Dude, I think that sounds like a great thing. Ooh, Zach DeMundo is going to have cocktails and talk business ideas tonight. Oh, this is what I want to talk about. It's a video we're going to put out, and I got to go in 2 minutes, y'all. So post the one thing you're going to do for yourself today, and I'll do my best to put it up here. I don't think business ideas matter anymore. I think how to get customers is the only thing that matters. I think business ideas are stupid, and it doesn't matter about your business idea. That shit's boring, and that's easy. The hard part is how do you actually get customers? And so what I would challenge you, Zach DeMundo, one, nice Rushmore picture. That's honestly amazing. Let's do Neil's, Cam, by the way. Thank you. I think what's interesting is how do you get the customer and work backwards from there instead of how do I get business ideas? Business ideas are a fucking joke. We can do business ideas all day long. I bet with the amount of smart people here, we can list 1,000 business ideas. Getting someone to pay or getting the audience is the fucking hard part. So my challenge for you would be how do you reverse that for yourself today and really think, all right, how would I get a customer? Here's the customer. What kind of idea can I serve for that customer? Make that a little bit work backwards from that. And try that instead of the ideas tonight. Because guess what? You'll actually start getting some momentum. Yes, Kimberly Irwin said it exactly right herself. How do I get paying customers, clients? Not how do I get more business ideas. That part's easy. So Zach, I think I would think about what is the problems you have for yourself or what are the problems you have in your network? You can literally go ask them. What problems do you have that you would pay for today? Like for me, I have some fucking delivery shit that I just need someone to come deliver it or take it away from the house and go ship it. There's like the amount of ideas is easy. People all have money. It's just going to them and seeing how you can actually help them and get them excited to want to give you that money. Try to help out a young person. And honestly, if you're like, I don't want to ask for money, you can do it for free too. I got to go in 1 minute, by the way, guys. I know I wasn't on my like A game. I don't have a video about paying customers. That's a video coming out in 2 to 4 weeks called how to get customers without any business ideas. And basically it's just like, how do you do different validation techniques or customer first techniques, which is like, hey, give me your PayPal money. Hey, let me teach you the thing I said in the beginning of the show. So yeah, let's do Niels and Rico Glover next week. Oh, so we're going to do some live Noah's Ark case studies next week. I'm excited for that. That's going to be wild. So Cam, get their information. And then if you could email it to me, I'd really appreciate you helping me out. Thank you. Guys, what are one thing else you're going to do for yourselves today? I do have to get going at 11:15 right now. I appreciate you guys showing up. I was not on my A game today. I'm definitely having a little bit of a pity party, but I'm going to go have a power party and do my best to just like go for a walk, change up the scenery. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. You guys doing well always makes me feel great. It really does. Like, I love that you guys are showing up. I love that you guys are taking some challenges, facing some fears. I mean, growth doesn't come through the same thing. Growth comes through change and challenge. And it doesn't always feel fucking good. All right, Ubi King. All right, y'all. I'll hang in there. You guys hang in there too. We're going to get through this together. Just keeping it real with you, but it is 11:15. If you email book@okdork.com, we have our Slack group. You guys said you do one thing for yourself today. I want you guys to go fucking have some power parties. No more pity parties. Have an amazing Friday, amazing weekend. I love you guys. We're going to do the business arc, Noah's Ark next week live. We'll bring 2 people on in the chat, go over their businesses. You should get a carnitas taco today. I love every single one of you guys. Mike, Jason, Katarina, Trust Visuals, Akua. You guys are awesome. Not always easy, man, but law of 100, just keep sticking with it, and it will get better. All right, guys. Yes, Kyle. That's the email. I love you guys. I'll see you out there. Shabbat shalom.